Ever wondered what would happen when a shy girl from a small town steps onto one of the biggest talent show stages in the world? Do you think that a teenager with a powerhouse voice could ever have the talent to shake up the entire music industry? And how did one unforgettable moment change her regular small town girl life forever? Well, that's exactly what happened with Courtney Hadwin. And this is the incredible journey of the girl who stunned millions with her voice and set out to prove she was more than just a viral sensation. Childhood and early beginnings. Born in the quiet town of Hartlepool, England, Courtney Hadwin was your typical high school introvert. It might come off as a shocker to most, considering her career as a public figure, but she was actually never the type to seek attention. On the contrary, she was painfully shy, but when at home, something magical seemed to happen whenever she decided to let her voice take over. At just 10 years old, when most kids are usually scared to even go anywhere near the stage, Courtney took the stage at her school talent show. As soon as she started singing, it was as if something in the air had shifted. The adults in the room grew intrigued as they realized that this wasn't just an ordinary kid singing just for the sake of it, but rather a talented little girl whose each note held raw power and emotion. That single moment sparked such a fire within her that it couldn't be extinguished. Encouraged by her teacher from then on, she poured herself into music, performing at local festivals, open mic nights, and talent competitions while studying legends like Janis Joplin, Etta James, and James Brown. She listened to these artists carefully, studying every single detail from their stage presence to vocal techniques, hoping to one day be the same. By the time she turned 12, she had already built a sturdy reputation for herself in the local music scene, The Voice Kids UK. Then in 2017 came the moment she had been preparing for until now. After conquering the local music scene, she took a bold step by auditioning for The Voice Kids UK. Singing Nutbush City Limits by Tina Turner, she left the judges speechless with her powerful and dynamic voice. Danny Jones, who was one of the judges at the time, immediately saw her potential and chose her for his team. She fought her way through the competition, proving she had something truly special. Despite giving a tough competition, she couldn't win the show, but it gave her the experience she needed and a taste of the fame that she one day desired to have. America's Got Talent breakthrough. But The Voice Kids was just the beginning for Courtney. Her major breakthrough to stardom was yet to come. And it didn't take too long as, in 2018, Courtney took the biggest risk of her life, which was auditioning for the famous TV show, America's Got Talent. While she stepped on the stage, she looked just like any other nervous contestant. The judges, despite being skeptical of the young girl, were kind to her as they had seen hopefuls like her before. Then, just as it had happened before, everything changed as soon as the music started. In an instant, she seemed to have transformed. The timid little girl was gone, and in her place stood a fireball of energy. Her performance was raw, electric, and completely unexpected. The audience couldn't help as their jaws dropped wide open and they erupted at cheers. Before the final note of her song had even faded, Howie Mandel slammed the golden buzzer. Courtney's family burst into tears backstage. Howie rushed onto the stage, comparing her to Janis Joplin and declaring her a star. But little did she know that this nickname would go on to become a tag that would follow her for the rest of her music career. Despite having cleared the first round, the main question that still remained was that, could she keep up the momentum that she built? Could a small-town girl truly break into the rock scene and make a name for herself? America's Got Talent journey and finals. Week after week, Courtney never failed to deliver electrifying performances, from singing classics like Papa's Got a Brand New Bag to River Deep Mountain High. And as you would expect by now, the judges and audience were on their feet every time. By the time she reached the finals, she was one of the most talked about contestants of the season. This was a testament to her talent and humble personality that seemed to attract people towards her. For her final song, it seemed as if things had come a full circle, as she chose to sing the song Piece of My Heart by Janis Joplin, which was her own way of paying a heartfelt tribute to the legendary icon she was so often compared to. Despite having come so far, people were left in shock when the winner was announced, as it wasn't Courtney. Rather, the title went to another contestant who was a magician, Shin Lim. Her loyal fans who had rooted for her from the beginning were understandably outraged, convinced that the results were rigged and that she had been robbed. But fate seemed to have a different route already planned out for her. While she didn't take home the trophy, she had already won something even bigger, a record deal with Psycho Music and Arista Records, which is something that most newbie artists like Courtney at the time could only dream of getting. Even Simon Cowell saw her star potential and was willing to help her reach the peak of her success. Post America's Got Talent and the challenges. But as we all know, the road to success is anything but easy. In 2019, she released her first album, The Cover Sessions, showcasing her voice in a studio setting. There was a twist, however. As opposed to releasing her original music, this album consisted of her covering popular songs by other artists like Sign of the Times by Harry Styles and Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. This album showcased her versatility as it consisted of songs belonging to different genres, all while highlight her signature, powerful voice. But fate had yet another surprise in store for her. As it would happen, just as she was building momentum in her career, the COVID pandemic forced the world to go into a complete lockdown under quarantine. Tours were canceled, recording sessions were put on hold, and then came another unexpected twist. In a shocking turn of events, Courtney decided to part ways with her record label, Psycho Music, which had given her a head start into the music industry. It was a decision that seemed to hit her fans out of nowhere. Until date, they can't help but wonder what was the reason behind her departure. Simon Cowell seemed to be so intent on mentoring and launching Courtney. Was it the pressure from the record label? Could it be that Simon and Courtney's relationship turned sour as their ideas and work ethics clashed? One can't but wonder, as we don't have any official reason till date. Courtney's comeback. After her departure from her previous label, Courtney underwent years of reinvention. She finally decided to make her long-awaited return to the industry in 2023. And this time, it was with her original music. Her songs like Breakable, That Girl Don't Live Here, Call Me Back, Christmas Rocks, and Monsters introduced a new side of her artistry that the world had never seen before. Monsters even reached #1, 19 on Billboard's Hard Rock Digital Song Sales chart, marking a personal milestone in her career. By the year 2024, she was back in the spotlight, performing at the New York Pop's 41st birthday gala, honoring music legend Clive Davis. The industry had started taking notice of the star from Hartlepool once again. Though we are yet to receive any official numbers, as of January 2025, Courtney's net worth is estimated to be somewhere around $3 million, proof of her talent and perseverance. Despite a road full of ups and downs, Courtney has managed to create a name in the industry for herself as her loyal fans continue to keep a close eye on her, ever ready for some new music from her. She's no longer just a talent show contestant. She's an artist carving out her own space in the music industry. But will the world finally recognize her as more than just the girl from AGT? Can she prove everyone wrong and step out of the comparisons to create her own legendary legacy? What do you think? Does Courtney Hadwin have what it takes to become the next rock icon? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more incredible stories. See you next time.